presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful day. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take him by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Always do your best. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself fully of being alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 465, NASDAQ off 138, S&P's down 30, gold contract off $23, trading at $16.27 an ounce. You got silver down 5 cents, $14.63 an ounce. Light sweet crude off 85 cents, $21.74 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You got the 10-year down, 10-year up 18 ticks, trading 138.10. 30-year up a full point plus 9 ticks at 138.09. And King Dollar. King Dollar down 963 ticks, trading 98.388. The euro is out here at 111. The yen is at 107.84, and the British pound is trading at 124 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, we get a market, folks, and we get an ABC up market. This is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out, man. Let me tell you. So, if we take a look at this 4-day chart, what you're going to see out here, we got an ABC structure on the intraday from yesterday that is still in play in a monster way. Bottom line, it's a complex ABC structure. And what that means specifically is that what you did, you took out the B point, took it out with volume. And what a complex ABC up or down makes, folks, is this, is that after you do that and you give it up in price, you pull back and you pull back with lighter volume. Now, that's exactly what we did last night. Bottom line, we get down to a price point today of 25.05. Well, that ABC is still in place. And that ABC, when you take a look at it, we got, I know I should have it right in the top of my head because I should. Because I've done this so many times in the last few hours. But anyway, let's do it again. So if you're watching Tiger TV, you get the B point out here of 25.86. This is the first one because I'm going to give you 2 of these out here. So 25.86, your B point. Your A point is down there at the lows that were established out here yesterday, which is 24.02, which is give you 184 A to B. Your C point was established out here at 1:30 yesterday afternoon at 25.44, and then you're going to add that on to plus 154. It's going to get, I don't believe this. I just wrecked this again. 1 second. So I get 25.88 minus the bottom there is 24.02. 24.02 is equaling 186 plus then the C point on this is going to be the 25.54, which is going to get you, okay, so that number there is approximately 27.40. So we're at 25.83, you get 27.40. Remember that number, please, okay? So now check this out. That's a confirmed ABC structure. It took out the B point, did it with volume. Now, what we're in right now, I'm going to go over to the SPY right now and show you inside the SPY, we very well have another ABC, a much larger ABC that's taken place. And what that would be is the highs of yesterday inside the SPY. So the high of yesterday is 262.80. The low, you go right back, the 8-point is the low, which is 218.26, because when you see this, it's a total mind blower. So you got a 44 A to B. If the C is going to be this low out here today, because what you did is this. You went topside with volume. You pull back with dramatically volume. There's no sellers out here, folks, okay? We only get 144 million shares traded. 251.04.05. I just did this. Okay, 1 second. I keep doing this. 262.80 is your B. Your A is the low of 218.26. 218.26. Now plus the 251.05 gets you, now check this out, man, this is intense. That gets you 295.59. Now the way you can benchmark this, so if you go up to 295, what you're going to see 295 at, folks, is the bottom of the first leg down, okay? The bottom of the first leg down, okay? So your benchmark on just about everything is going to be February 28th. 285 is the low, 297 is the high. We're at 295, okay? So you basically can say, okay, very close to that high. And when you see that, that's like, are you kidding me? Well, bottom line, and let's go see, I'm curious to what kind of retracement that would be, because this would be, you talk about wild, man. That would get you, that makes sense, okay. You know what that's getting you into? Yep, that's getting you into a 0.618 retracement of the whole move. And you very well can do that in spades, folks. And if that's what you get, what a 0.6818 retracement of the whole move would be, is that's saying that would be a very strong move. Well, if that's what we get, folks, okay? So this is how this is setting up. So if you've never done an ABC structure up or down, real easy. Go to Amazon, get my book, Out of Time in the Trade. You can get to understand these. ABC markets, folks, are just dynamite. They're just dynamite, whether they're ABC structures on the way down or the way up. What does happen in fast markets like we have, for some reason, Fibonacci's, ABC structures, they seem to hit more in fast markets than basically markets that just grind. It's just how it goes. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You can see this correlation. The correlation inside the dollar and the S&P is still intact. The differential here since this morning is that the S&P is moving a little bit slower than the dollar on the way down. This dollar S&P has been in place this whole week, folks, okay? As dollar goes lower, S&P goes higher. Dollar tried to get a little bump up this morning. It was up 200 ticks. That S&P, of course, at that particular point was down 70, 80 points. It's made it back. In fact, if we take a look at the highs to the lows out here inside the S&P, you're going to see it's quite substantial of what we actually got. The low that was out here today inside the S&P was 25.05, and you're at 25.78 right now. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, JDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
TFNN is launching an open house for our Tiger's Den. For a limited time, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Tiger's Den. Just enter promo code OPEN at checkout and pay nothing for 30 days while you try out your Tiger's Den membership as part of our open house. With market volatility at an all-time high and people all over the world working from home if possible, TFNN is hosting an open house in our Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is an interactive chat room that runs all day where other tigers and tigresses discuss trading ideas with the hosts and members, along with charts and current market news, as well as live access to the charts the hosts use during their programs. Join us for the Tiger's Den Open House. Begin your Den membership today by just entering OPEN at checkout and pay nothing while you try things out for 30 days. For all the details and to start your Den membership today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the TFNN Tiger's Den Open House taking place now. Sign up today.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 382, NASDAQ off 123, S&P's off 21. And what you are going to have, folks, bottom line is that Trump is going to sign that bill right at 4 o'clock. That's what just came across the tape. So he'll wait for the market to close so it's all the market participants and we can watch him sign that bill, get this baby cooking. We go over to the S&P E-mini. You're going to see just a little pop out here, but this thing wants to run into the close. We just got here, let me do this again. We just got volume inside this, and this is what we needed in order to get this up into the close. So if you happen to be watching Tiger TV, these are little 10-minute charts that I like basically trading off of. And what you're going to see the last 10 minutes, we got 43,000 contracts. That's what we needed, by the way, because we got some good contract volume at 130. It was 41, and then we just busted it. And we busted it with the type of volume we needed, 43. Now, the next leg is not going to be as hard, actually. The 2601 is not as hard to actually get into because that was done at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I expect what you're going to see here is that they're going to make this launch. Next number up there is the 2598, $10 higher, and we'll see whether it can basically go all the way. If you get basically kind of a flat market out here, it's a big number, folks. It's a big number because what you have there is you have a potential ABC structure on the way up, and it's not going to be that hard to pass the B point of the top of the ABC. The reason being is that what you're going to see here is that because we did contract on volume, you got to remember something. Let me look at this calendar for a second, because when we look at this calendar, you're going to see we're coming right into window dressing, and then what we're also coming into a rebalancing. Now, yeah, so we got the 30th on Monday. It's perfect, man. It's a nice setup. 30th on Monday, 31st. You come right into window dressing. You're coming into a rebalancing. I had a couple questions about a rebalancing. So the differential in a rebalancing, folks, is that, yeah, there'll be $1 trillion worth of stock that gets rebalanced. What happens there, though, there are buys and sells. So it doesn't mean that the market is coming in with that type of firepower. That's not how it goes. What it will mean is that, yeah, there's going to be a lot of volatility and a lot of volume that comes in the marketplace. But bottom line, right now, it looks to me that this is going one way. And if in fact we get that whole ABC structure up, that's going to be one of the biggest mind blowers in the market for market participants for just about, well, I would say just about anyone alive, because the last time you might have seen something like this was in the 1934, 1933 marketplace. You know what's really cool here? You know, this is, when you get something like this, I remember when I was in Boston, I loved we have an amazing library in Boston, folks, Copley Square Library. They have real articles through in microfiche. It was microfiche at that time that you could go back as far as you wanted. And I used to be in there a lot. And what I'd do is I'd go back to the 30s. Now, this is before I even got in the marketplace. Well, at this point, I was in the real estate market. This is when I was a kid, like 20 years old, because real estate always intrigued me. But what I had done is that I went back into the Depression, and then the Registry of Deeds is not far away from the Copley Square Library. And so what you had to do is that first I go to the Copley Square Library, get all the articles that I wanted to get, and then I'd turn around and go to the Registry of Deeds to turn around. They had deed cards then at that point to pick the point. So you could pick a property, you get the deed card, you could see who owned it the whole time. And it was amazing, man. It was crazy that they were, so that was in 50, oh my God, yeah, I'm talking the 70s, okay? 78, 70, yes, 78. No, earlier than that, man. It was like 73 and 74. Okay, so the gist of this, now this is what the gist is so crazy, is that the properties in Boston at that particular point still had never come back from some of the prices of the Depression of 1930. Because what had happened is that the property values in the Back Bay had gone so exponential that I was looking at them and says, this is hard to comprehend. You get these beautiful townhouses get sold in 1930, 32 at a certain price, and they still weren't at that price. But pretty cool when you can get that type of data. And so if, in fact, we get this ABC that I'm thinking that we very well may get, my point is that you talk about a fast acceleration up. So just to bring that in context, okay, we got to remember it's February 28th. Now let's do this a different way. I want to do this a different way, because all I got to do is still get to February 28th. Is that it? Yeah, it is. Okay. So check this out. If this ABC structure goes up, okay, that would mean that we are back at the top of the consolidation that we were actually in all the way back to September of 2018, and then we broke out of that consolidation October 25th of 2019. That's how that would work. That's what's just amazing when you actually think about it. And it would be a blip. It'd be a blip in the marketplace. And if we talk about bonds, and this is what's encouraging in this, okay? If you go to the bond market, you know, bottom line is that I've been a bull in bonds for a long period of time, but I'm really close at this particular point that this just might have topped. What I'm going to wait for is so what we had done is this. I'm going to wait for what we have not got yet is that we have not got volume on the way down inside of the bond market. What had happened is that we came down at the, okay, here it is, yeah. So let me show you something here, because this is cool to really wrap your head around. Okay, so we finished the ABC structure on the way up, all of the above, okay, gets to 140.24. We came down, but you can see when we came down in bonds, okay, it was a very light, 2.7 million, 2.6, 2.2, made a low with 2 million contracts. Now, when we went back up, the volume's contracting also. Now, there's no buyers on the way up. So if the next leg down has light volume, that means that we're still just in a consolidation. If, in fact, you get an acceleration of the volume down, then that opens up a whole different deal. So it's going to be intriguing watching it, because what does happen, particularly if you take that together, then you take the dollar together, and the S&P, those correlations, your probability goes much higher when you're just not looking at one vehicle, and each one of those structures are going against each other. Specifically, if bonds start falling apart and going downtown, that is saying the S&P wants to go higher. We know that the correlation is direct right now between the U.S. dollar and the S&P. Now, that would totally make sense because where you can go with the U.S. dollar and correlation is that, yes, we will have higher numbers, but across the world, we can buy less product, which is fine. The bottom line is that in this particular case, the key here in this package is to get everyone in the United States and the man and woman on the street that needs the money right now is to get the money to them right now, and then we can worry about the rest of it later as we all work and make sure that everyone is okay. Dow's down 278, NASDAQ off 95, S&P's off 9.5. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 290. NASDAQ is off 101. S&Ps are off 13.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do every Friday at 30 past the hour, folks. Don't forget, Dave has an outstanding show here every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Also has 2 great newsletters. He has the Path of Least Resistance as well as the Tech Insider. The way you get these newsletters, you come over to our website at TFNN. The bottom line, you're going to see right under newsletters, you're going to hit the Path of Least Resistance. You can get the Path for 1 month for $119. You can get it for 6 months for $599, which is a savings of $155 or 21%. You can get it for a year for $985, which is a savings of $443 or 31%. They all, folks, come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Everything to win in this market. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, It's nice down here in Florida. But
We
that's
have the
about it.
weather.
I'm looking forward to a good weekend on the water here.
There's no doubt, man.
With everything else shut down, the one thing they can't shut down is that ocean. So get a little sailing in this week.
Good.
Get outside. Probably the biggest thing that that happened this week is probably the least reported, maybe the last 2 weeks. And that is that almost everybody in Silicon Valley that worked for software vendors or people that didn't have to literally be on location have been able to work remotely. And so far, almost none, if totally no, hacking issues actually for these people working off-site. And this is something that they call zero trust networking. And I think with the success they've had over the last 2 weeks, that almost all the other big companies are probably going to adopt it.
Is this a piece of software, Dave? What is it?
No, it's really kind of just a way of, although there are people that do sell software to implement this, it's really just assuming and changing an idea that you get a password,
okay,
and then you're let into the castle, and it doesn't matter where, you can go anywhere you want, right? That's kind of you've got a firewall, you got a password. Once you get past those two things, it really doesn't stop anybody from there, right?
So you're talking about someone at home that would be working out of the office, came out of the office, they're dialing into the company's infrastructure, right?
Right.
Okay.
But in the old days, or even today, most corporations, you get a password. Once you get in there, then you if you can get that far as a hacker, then you can work out everything else. And zero trust networking basically always assumes that you're up to no good. And they really shift the burden onto the people coming in and everything you do. But you can't log in without a piece of hardware that's already been approved. And there's a big database, and they hold it all in there. So you've got to figure that. And then generally there's two-factor in passwords. So you log in with your password. It makes sure that you use the computer you're supposed to be using now. And then they'll text you a password to go farther.
And that's right? why I'm sure you probably see Citrix to all-time highs, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of these guys that are finally doing it, but it's kind of been used kind of piecemeal. But literally, Google, Apple, all these folks had pretty much implemented it, but they hadn't done anything to really push it to the level.
So if you want to see this, folks, see this little piece here? So this is why Bloomberg is the richest guy in the world, folks, okay? So this is I have these on all my computers, right? Now this is a finger identification. That's how it works. And I cannot sign in. No one can sign into a Bloomberg without that. So no one else can use the Bloomberg. And that's a Citrix piece. That's what it is. And he's used it forever. So in Citrix, like we're in a crash scenario, and Citrix is at all-time high right now at $142. Pretty wild, man. Yeah.
Well, not only that, but some of the other companies will send out to people's homes every month a new USB stick, and they'll have to use that as an additional key to get in. So if you're trying to hack somebody, you have to have a lot of ducks in a row to get it. And if you're not, the Russians or the Chinese trying to get some nuclear secrets or something, there's probably a lot lower hanging fruit to go after if you're trying to hack somebody's credit card or get in and do something. So like I said, I think this is really the first full-scale implementation of this, where they've got everybody at home, and 90% of what we've heard, at least, is 90% of the people that are working in software or that can work on computers only, not in the hardware part of the business, are working from home.
Yes,
so
no doubt.
They're not really missing a beat. And I think, like you said, Citrix, other companies in that security business are probably going to move forward a lot better. I mean, it would probably be easier to steal somebody's thumbprint than just about anything, because all you have to do is find it on something and make a copy of it. But finding a copy of their phone, finding a copy of other things, calling them at home, giving temporary passwords, there's a lot to it. I just wanted to read this. The level of access given to a user or a particular device can change over time. For example, an employee with a device whose operating system has not been updated with a recent patch may be given a reduced trust. Specific models of phones can also be assigned different levels of trust based on the security inherent in those devices. If an employee suddenly decides to access corporate applications in a new physical location, like maybe not from home, much like when someone uses a credit card in a foreign country, he or she may be denied access to some resources. So they're really in security, you can't just say, hey, there's one check and then that's it. Security is always a bunch of different levels where if you don't catch them on the first one, you catch them on the third or fourth or fifth or sixth level. You just don't say, here, you made it in, so the castle is yours. But if you're looking for companies, the key word in this is called zero trust networking. And it's been around for a while. The first big paper on it came out in 2015 from a Google fellow about rethinking the way security actually should be in these. But so far, everybody, like I said, they're saying about 90% of people that can work are working at home now in Silicon Valley. And for the most part, they really haven't slowed down. People that are running the cloud systems are doing it from home. And, when you're talking about somebody having the ability to control an entire cloud system from home, you probably need some fairly decent security, because that would be kind of the crown jewels for a hacker, is to be able to control something like that.
So right now, folks, we get the Dow Industrials down 510. NASDAQ is off 160. S&Ps are off 35. Stay right there. Dave and I are coming right back. We have gold down 28. You get 10-year note. 10-year note is up 28. You get the bond a full 2 points plus 12 ticks at 180.15. And King Dollar. King Dollar's down 992 ticks. Dave and I come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you'd like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 681, NASDAQ off 214, S&P's down 57. They just ran the S&P down 50 points, folks, as we were on a commercial break there. Let's go to Max in Houston, Dave. Hey, Max, what's going on?
Oh, not much. I'm using the zero trust or the system that you and Dave were talking about. I'm working from home now.
Cool, man.
So a week and a half ago, so that's interesting. Now, I'm curious about the TLT. Something just happened in the last 30 minutes or so that the TLT just took off.
Well, that's because bonds went up.
Well, I don't. I know, but is it any major news or anything? Because it was trading mostly in a trading range today, and all of a sudden it just went through the roof. So, I mean, I know that yields can go to zero, but I mean, we're almost there.
Okay, I don't know what you want me to say to you. The correlation is direct, man.
That caused that, or you know?
I'm sorry, what?
Is there anything specific that caused it to just take off today? Like, I mean, in like the last 30 minutes or so?
No.
Or
the 10-year just went from 15 ticks up to 29. So people are buying it into the close.
Okay.
Now, do you own it?
Right.
Are you selling it? What are you doing with it?
No, I don't have any of it. No position on it. I was just looking at the rates and everything else, and just curious, you know, what is taking place.
Cool, man.
It seems like they're slamming the market right now, so I was just curious if it was anything that was missing or not on the news or anything.
No, volatility's still here, man. No doubt about it.
No, I understand.
Cooking, brother.
No problem.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. What's up next, Dave?
VPNs, again, kind of on the theme of working from home. I had a lot of people email me this week asking about it, and I said I'd talk about it on the show on Friday. The only real there are virtual private networks everywhere. The only thing I would say for the most part is that you probably either want a Swedish or a Swiss one. And the reason why is that all the ones in the rest of the world have some level of backdoors, and everybody's finding them. So if you have a VPN and it's in the United States or it's in the UK or anywhere basically but Sweden and Switzerland, you probably have some backdoor, and the Russians and everybody else has already found it. So if I do have a list here that I wanted to go with it, and here are the names that apparently are the best over there: CyberGhost, ExpressVPN, NordVPN, Private VPN, and IPVanish. But literally everywhere in the world, everybody wants to put a backdoor in it so they can chase the terrorists around, and that's great. The downside of it is everybody's already figured out all the backdoors already in those, and they're probably not worth getting if you don't get one from Sweden or Switzerland.
And what does happen, folks, is that we're not used to them here, but if you go to Europe or Asia, everyone uses VPNs on a continual basis. I mean, it's like us going to the store. And they use a lot of different ones, too. I mean, that's just how that operates over there.
You know, if you're doing something illegal, it's going to raise the
illegal.
IRS.
It's not illegal, man. I mean, everyone uses them. They use VPNs, Dave, like we go buy a newspaper in the morning.
That's not where I was going to. I was going to say that if you do something illegal, the Swiss or Switzerland or the Swedes, they'll rat you out in a minute if you're doing something horrible. But if you're downloading illegal movies or something, they're not going to bother with you, or the FBI or the CIA is not going to bother with you. But the idea that if you want one that is truly secure, the problem is that they just have put so many backdoors in all the rest of the ones in the world. They're probably not worth getting. But they tend to work fairly well. They may be problematic to actually get for U.S. citizens because, of course, you've got to get a credit card to go through in Sweden or in France, and if you're not there, that is a little problematic. But about $5 a month is what most of them are running now, so not horribly expensive. And if you want to protect your corporate network, it's not that hard. Most of the software is fairly easy to install these days for your PC, and it just you turn it on and it's basically running through their networks, and basically nobody's tracking you from your local ISP to anybody along the food chain. But just brought that up because I don't know, 5 or 6 people emailed me this week asking about which ones that I would say that were probably good. So those cool. 5 tend to look like the best ones from over there.
Nice.
Spectrum, I wanted your opinion on this because I was thinking about it today when I read it. Spectrum, which is our cable company down here in Florida, technicians are connecting cable and internet for customers using coronavirus outbreak will receive a $25 gift card for a local restaurant as a token of our appreciation for going in to someone's home.
Oof.
So it's kind of battle pay.
Yeah,
I'm wondering
I don't know
if this
about
is
that.
Is this something that's going to happen on an ongoing basis? Is this just the first company I've heard of doing it?
Yeah.
Or you think it's going to catch on? Are we going to have to pay up to get anybody to come and fix something for the next few weeks?
I think that, yeah. I don't have a problem. I mean, I'm, of moving around, but I'm certainly not going to basically walk into, 10 homes that I've never been in. Yeah, for sure. That ain't even close. Right. And I think that could happen to a lot of people. So, yeah, I don't think there's enough money in there for that. But
have you gotten anything from Grubhub or those guys delivered?
I haven't. No. Yeah.
I was just wondering, I mean, do they have any kind of protocols to make sure that,
I don't know.
Those guys...
There's still plenty of places that are open to go around here. Do you know what I mean? And, it just happens that that's how I kind of do it more than anything.
So you mean that everybody's just picking up at the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of the restaurants. You know what I mean?
I see a lot of the vans running around here, so I know that they're delivering.
Oh, they're delivering for sure. Oh, there's no. I just don't use them as much as other people do. I'd say that's what's going on. I mean, last night I turned around and I wanted a pizza, and my favorite pizza place, I know they can make the pizza in 5 minutes. So I brought Harley for a walk, got a pizza, and go from there, man. Yeah, it's a brave new world. There's no doubt about that, man. And there's no doubt about it. And I suspect there's going to be even after the fact, there's going to be ramifications that won't change, and they probably shouldn't. I mean that's how this will probably shake out. People will be more careful.
Yeah, I wanted to get this in. Maybe we'll cover it in the next segment, too, for a little bit. But the first decent virtual reality game is finally shipped that's actually playable and people like. It's from a series that hasn't had a new edition since 2007. It's called Half-Life. But it was from a company that literally was the most profitable company ever. It made $3 billion on 200 employees.
Really?
Yeah, and this is the next episode of Half-Life, which was like one of the most popular games of all time. We'll talk about it in the next segment.
Cool. Dow's down 892, NASDAQ off 264, S&P's off 81. Dave and I will come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, and hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien. Dow down 930, NASDAQ off 282, S&P's off 78, and that was a fast move. 70 points, folks, in that S&P. We'll see what they can do. So the market, of course, has 6 minutes left, the broad market. S&Ps have until 4:15. And what do we have, Dave?
I was just going to talk a little bit more about this game.
Yes, that's
everybody's
right.
Everybody's seen the goggles that everybody has.
Yes.
And this game is using the ones from Facebook. But more than that, they have it's kind of a shoot 'em up. So you have like a shotgun and a pistol and that kind of stuff. But it's got gloves that go with it too. So you can push and grip and put your hand over your mouth. And I mean, it isn't just a mouse and a headset anymore. The gloves can have and do have tactile feel, so you can, really kind of crush things or just kind of touch them. It really sounds like this is the first step to actually getting any of this stuff, which was pushed for 5 years, really out the door and with any kind of.
And is this a private company, Dave?
It is.
Pretty cool.
Amazing. The way that the game companies work, though, is that the game companies generally are private, but then the distribution of the game and the sales of the game are in public companies too.
I see.
You have to kind of have to dig back through. It's kind of like having a book, but it's always published by somebody, right?
Right.
So it's a little tougher than that, but it is the per per person the most profitable company ever by a huge margin. It was founded in 1996 by a couple of previous Microsoft employees, and it was one of the biggest games since 1998.
Listen, man, thanks for the education. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you, folks. Have a blast with it. Come back and visit us. 8:30 Monday morning. Tommy kicks us off, folks. Morning Market Kickoff. Great show. Go get them, folks.